Once Dia and Min have relieved the entire roster, Liz claps her hands together to get their attention.
Alright, everyone, let's end the meeting for today. What? Already?
Yeah, it's been like 2 hours.
Huh? They say time flies when you're having fun. Sorry.
They say time flies when you're having fun.
But I wasn't having fun. I must have been so miserable that my mind wiped parts of my memory out.
I was so busy not having fun.
Let's head back inside.
Dia, I'll race you.
Huh?
Dia and Min tear off at top speed. After a beat, the others begin heading uphill as well, at a deliberately more reasonable pace.
I haven't seen Dia this happy since the time when the vending machine malfunctioned and gave her 2 Kit Kat bars instead of 1.
Noelle subtly tries to regulate her breathing rate so no one knows she's getting winded walking uphill. Hey, Noelle. Thanks for putting up with us today. Sorry we sort of forced you to play.
It wasn't the worst. I may find it I might find it in me to forgive you someday.
Yeah, you did good.
I did terrible.
Okay, you did terrible. But you tried your best, and that's what matters. It's not like everybody can be Dia. So don't worry so much and just have fun. It's not a competition.
It literally is a competition, Krista.
Well, not when they're playing against each other like this.
Right.
Krista pats Noelle on the head.
Don't touch me.
We really appreciate you pitching in.
Yuck.
Noelle tries to escape. She takes one step, slips on the muddy grass, and falls on her butt.
Noelle!
What are you doing, Noelle? Trying to win America's Funniest Home Video?
Ugh. Krista, you pull her up. My hands are full. No!
Noelle scrambles to her feet and follows the others up the bank as quickly as she can. Not very quick. Hey, wait! Noelle!
They're being nice to me to trick me into joining the club. I won't fall for it. Unlike some people, I have control over my emotions. I'll just ignore her.
Fuck!
What was that?
Min is picking herself off the ground. There's a Min-shaped dust imprint on the door now.
Are you okay?
The door was locked.
You probably should have checked before ramming straight into it.
Don't tell me what to do. Looks like we'll have to wait for Krista and Liz to unlock it. Min pulls a lighter out of her pocket and lights a cigarette.
Are you serious? That's illegal.
What the goddamn hell is your damage? I can't do anything without you calling it illegal.
Because it is illegal. Even if it wasn't, what kind of idiot are you? Didn't you learn about health effects of tobacco in school?
It's just a bunch of statistics. Plenty of people smoke and don't die.
I'm pretty sure 100% of the people who have smoked have died. Or will die.
Yeah.
What, do you think you're better than the laws of probability?
100% of people die in general, so.
Yeah, so 100% of the people who've smoked have died.
Yeah,
so.
I am.
Go ahead and remove yourself from the gene pool then. I don't care.
Hey, Min, can I try smoking it?
What? Have you lost your mind?
Come on, aren't you curious? It's not like I'll get addicted from one smoke.
Yeah, you can actually. That's what they say in health class, and then it makes everyone think, like, it always annoyed me that people are like, smoking is more addictive than heroin. And then I was like, don't fucking tell teenagers that. Because they're gonna go, oh, I smoked a cigarette once, I guess I can try heroin now. Like, ugh.
Or, well, it's like...
They don't see it as, oh, smoking is worse than heroin. They see it as, oh, heroin must not be that bad. Like, don't say that to kids. Well, they don't get it.
I think it's also... what always irritated me more, I think, is that people focus a lot on, like chemical addiction, but they don't talk a lot about behavioral addiction.
Emotional addiction.
So you end up missing the fact that, this, substance or, whatever may not be chemically addictive or may not be, very chemically addictive, but you can still get addicted to things that are not...
Yeah, that's why I think they should do that. Like, they should talk about that in health class or whatever they do to tell kids not to do drugs. It's like, they don't talk about the reason why a teenager will want to do drugs.
I know. They literally just say, like, don't do it because then you get addicted and die. And it's
like yeah, the kids who want to do drugs don't care if they die. That's the whole problem.
I know. Yeah. And, like, one of the things that you have to talk to people about is that, like, it may not be that, like, somebody will necessarily suffer, like, with like chemical withdrawal, but the issue is that, like, when you get accustomed to, like, medicating your feelings with, like, something, whatever it is, like, you know, eating toilet paper, smoking weed, like, or like getting comforted by, like, a person, that type of stuff. Codependency, like that, you know, those can all, depending on your personality, be really dangerous.
Yeah, and it could also be like, why can't they be like, hey kids, like, I understand, like, if you're feeling like shit, you want to do drugs to escape, but, like, here are other things, and, like, explaining that if you do this now, you're gonna still feel like shit 10 years from now.
Yeah.
But if you don't do it, you won't feel as shitty anymore if you learn how to deal with those feelings.
Yeah.
So, basically, don't do hardcore drugs. Don't do heroin or anything, even if someone tells you it's less addictive than smoking, which is stupid. The point is, if you want to do those things, then you're probably trying to escape from something, and the problem is the thing you're trying to escape from.
Yeah.
Not the... Well, it is the drugs, too, but...
Well, and I mean, it all goes back to, like, you know, alcohol is legal, but alcohol is also severely addictive. Mm-hmm. And, you know, arguably kills a lot of people because people underestimate how dangerous it is. I don't know if people know this, but you can die pretty easily from alcohol withdrawal. Mm-hmm.
Because your body's used to all the lack of food, but lots of alcohol and sugar.
It's like, I feel like I remember hearing that you're actually more like an addict who is, like, addicted. Like, I think you can die from alcohol withdrawal. You won't actually die from heroin withdrawal. You'll feel like it, but you won't. But you can actually die from alcohol withdrawal. So, I don't know. But, you know, that's a legal substance, and people are always just like, it's not, like, a big deal because it's legal. Like, you know, we talk about this a lot, but, and I don't want to, like, keep going on this, but, like, laws and stuff, like, don't necessarily mean, like, just because something is legal doesn't necessarily mean, like, oh, it's a good idea. Like, no one's gonna stop you from drinking, like, a bottle of vodka every day, but that doesn't mean it's a good idea.
Yeah, don't do that.
You know?
Yeah. Even if you're telling yourself, I space it out, so it's, like, a little in the morning, a little in the evening. I was like, all right, but you're having a bottle a day, so stop.
So, anyways.
So, yeah, the root issue for a lot of addiction for, like, kids wanting to start doing drugs is because they feel like shit. And it's like, talk about that in health class. That'll actually stop things from happening. God. If you feel like shit and you want to start doing drugs, try a therapist first. Maybe get addicted to therapy. How about that?
Therapy's my drug.
Yeah. In the long run, it'll be cheaper than drugs. I promise you that.
Yeah, seriously.
Honestly, even if you're like, I can't afford like $50 a session or whatever, how much of you're paying, and I'm like, oh, and you can afford $50 a day on Coke? No thanks.
Well, and not to mention the fact that if you actually do get addicted and end up needing treatment,
that's way more expensive.
Way more expensive.
And then if you're thinking, oh man, I'll just be dead by the time it matters, listen. Anyone who thinks that, they end up fucking living, just as a karmic fuck you. Yeah. So, you're gonna be alive.
So.
Yeah, you're gonna live, so, you know.
Yeah.
Sucks.
The universe will make you live just out of spite.
I know, yeah. I'm telling you, anyone sitting there being like, nah, I'll be dead by then. You won't, just because the universe is like...
Just because you wanted it.
Yeah, just because you wanted it, the universe is like, no, you're gonna live.
Min holds out the cigarette for Akarsha. Here. Don't mind if I do.
Don't do it, Akarsha! No!
Noelle bats the cigarette out of Akarsha's hands.
I knew she was gonna do that. She's gonna slap it out of her hand. It's probably something I would do. Don't you do that! We're on a sports theme, for God's sake.
It lands in some dry pine needles and bursts into flames.
Cool.
Uh-oh. Ah! Frenchman, what have you done?
Shut up.
Smokey the Bear is crying right now. Only you can prevent forest fires. Well, shit. What do we do now? Pee on it.
Are you stupid?
Stop, drop, and roll!
You don't do that unless you're already on fire.
Head on! Applied directly to the forehead.
This isn't helping.
Silence falls over the group as they hear approaching footsteps on the other side of the wood divider. Sounds like Krista and Liz are slowly getting closer to the locker room. Hey, what are you guys screaming about? Nothing's wrong! Don't come in here!
Is everything okay? Everything is fine! Where's the nearest fire extinguisher?
The footsteps pause for a brief stunned moment before resuming with dramatically increased speed and urgency. Crap, we need to fix this.
We should smother it. Someone use their jacket.
What if the jacket gets burnt? This is my favorite jacket, man.
You have blood all over it.
Same.
Menstrual blood.
Okay, who likes her jacket the least?
Me.
Dia strips off her hoodie. Min watches with extreme interest, but looks incredibly disappointed when she sees Dia is wearing a shirt underneath. They're having like an emergency, and Min's like over here being like, ooh.
Talk about hot.
Yeah. You're on fire. Akarsha throws the jacket over the fire and stomps on it.
Have you ever seen that video of the Japanese man who lit his apartment on fire? It sounds sad, but if you watch it, you can't believe what you're seeing. He's doing a live stream.
Uh-huh.
And, like, I don't understand how someone can be so bad at putting a fire out.
Oh, and doesn't he, like, try to put it out with, like, a paper towel or something, and it, like, catches
He's trying to smoke. Another reason not to smoke. And he's like, oh, shit. And he puts the matches down on his trash, which is filled with paper. And then he turns around and looks somewhere else. And then he turns back and he's like, oh, it's a fire. And so he tries to, like, put it out, but, like, he's feeding the fire. And then he puts it in the corner.
What?
He's like, oh, no. And then he takes some cardboard boxes and he tries to smother it with it, but he just lightly puts them on top of the fire.
Oh, my God.
And he's like, oh, no, it's getting worse. And he tries to, like, blow it out, but really he's just fanning the flames. And then he's like, oh, no. And he leaves the room, walks away, walks back with such a small bowl of water.
Oh, my God.
And kind of just, like, throws it at it. But, like, it's so ineffective. And by this time, he has a huge fire in his house. And I'm just like, I had never seen anything like it. Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
This is why you gotta be like me and have, like, signs level, like, water glasses in every room.
Yeah, because it's contaminated and you just leave it there. Mm-hmm. But I just couldn't believe I had never seen anyone so bad at doing something. He was so bad at he fed the fire,
and then fanned it.
And then, like, gently kept putting more and more trash on top of it. Gently, not, like, stomping on it or anything. Just like, oh, God, I don't know what to do. And he just burned it. It was insane. Nobody died and nobody got hurt.
Okay, I think we extinguished it. Teamwork. Dia picks her jacket up and shakes it out. Other than mud prints from Akarsha's flip-flops, it looks no worse for wear. I can't believe Frenchman snapped and tried to commit arson.
That's not what happened!
Krista and Liz are here.
What's that burnt smell?
Who did it? It was Jerry.
We're inventing a person now?
Who the hell is Jerry? He's a guy. Black hair.
Right, we all saw him. He did it.
Dia nods helpfully.
What a day. Somehow ended up playing baseball, got patted out by some random upperclassman, and was interrogated by over arson. They questioned us all separately and our accounts of Jerry fell apart. In the end, they made us do push-ups as punishment.
Nice.
I'm exhausted. I'm home.
What did you get on the math test?
An A.
A? Why not A+? Noelle's mom is cutting a column out of the Chinese newspaper. Look at this article. A CEO sold his company for over $1 billion and donated $200 million to UC Berkeley. There's a building at Berkeley named after him now. He's American-born Chinese, just like you. If he can do it, why can't you? I'm putting this on your wall to inspire you.
This is just giving me anxiety.
Yeah. She gets up and tapes it in Noelle's bedroom next to the shelf gleaming with Noelle's math competition trophies. Check your computer. Dude, what the fuck did I miss in elementary school? According to Min. Basically, she's your childhood arch nemesis. And Dia's ex?
The arch nemesis part is accurate, but she's not Dia's ex. That's ridiculous.
Okay, she didn't use those exact words, but pretty much?
That's impossible. They're both girls.
So?
What do you mean, so?
I can't believe you have an arch nemesis. I didn't even know people had those in real life. How's this gonna work?
I don't understand what you're asking. Please reword the question.
So, what are you gonna do about Min?
Nothing. She doesn't pose me any threat. Dia made her promise to not hurt me before, so she's strictly limited to insults and threatening me. All bark and no bite, so to speak. I'm probably actually the safest person in school, as the only one with this kind of immunity. I'll just try my best to avoid her.
What? She's friends with both Dia and me now. You gotta figure out how to deal with her sooner or later.
No, I don't. My strategy has worked flawlessly all the way through elementary school. There's no reason to change it now.
Your strategy? The maybe if I ignore the problem it'll go away strategy?
I don't have a choice. You don't understand how stupid she really is. She's not just pretending to be dumb like you. She's dumb for real. She once carved her name into a desk and couldn't figure out how they caught her.
Wait, hold up. Wait, I got it. Join the baseball club.
Why? How does that solve anything?
It doesn't. But trust me, it always works in the movies. Whenever two characters hate each other, if they end up in a situation where they're forced to work together, they come out of it as BFFs.
More realistically, they go from enemies to worst enemies.
Nope, I'm calling it right now. We're gonna miraculously set our differences aside and work as a team. Also, we win by one. Come on, Frenchman. One of us. One of us.
No!
Yes. Leave the Eiffel Tower behind.
Stop telling everyone I live inside the Eiffel Tower.
Make your dreams into reality.
This isn't my dream.
Then what is? Doesn't it bother you that everyone else our age gets to have fun? Like, bruh, where's my complicated relationship drama? Where's my reckless teen adventures? Don't you feel like you're missing out sitting at home all the time, at home alone all the time?
No, because that'll pay off in the future.
But your youth is irreplaceable. It's true. Noelle was invited to the baseball club group chat.
I'll just take a quick look and then quit. That's it.
Join the chat. Noelle has entered the chat room.
Ah. Hello.
What the fuck? Why are you here? What are you gonna do? Use a parabola to calculate how to throw the ball?
Parabola.
It's parabola.
Parabola.
Shut the fuck out, you long green bean.
Green bean?
Shut the fuck out! You stupid overachieving Asian fob loser stereotype.
Overachieving. Big words for someone who will be attending community college and working at McDonald's.
Guys, come on. Don't be like this. Come on, become BFFs. Look at how much you have in common. Asian, full of anger, and you both like Dia. Let's all sing the Barney song. I love you, you love me. We're a happy family. Min has changed the group chat name to Fuck You, Noelle.
Why is everyone else letting men do this to Noelle?
I don't know.
It's, like, not cool. They should be saying something like, Noelle, stop being a literal bully.
Min.
Or Min, stop being an actual bully. I don't like this group chat name.
Suck it.
Why is no one saying, like, hey, Min, you're being a bully? This is bullshit.
Noelle has changed the group chat name to Baseball Club. Min has changed the group chat name to Fuck You, Noelle.
Stop this.
Noelle has changed the group chat name to Baseball Club. Min changes it back. Guys, Guys, this is so immature.
Noelle hasn't done anything. She's just changing it to baseball club. Why are you guys not saying anything?
I mean, I feel like they hated each other when they were in, like, 3rd grade.
Every single time Min has gone on into Noelle.
How about a compromise?
What sort of compromise?
Change the name to Baseball Club.
Thank you.
What the fuck? How's this a compromise? I didn't get anything. Noelle changed her name to Noelle Fucker 69. Nice!
I take it back. This is unacceptable. Change it back.
Humankind cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. That is alchemy's first law of equivalent exchange. In those days, we really believed that to be the world's one and only truth.
I just finished binging both versions of Full Metal Alchemist. And I was like, oh shit. Now I have the theme song in my head, but I can't sing it because it's all in Japanese. I hate you.
Starts crying. I'm crying. You made me cry.
If you don't change it, I'm not gonna be your partner for school projects anymore.
Noelle has changed her name to Yaoi Seme. Darn. It was good while it lasted. I wonder if there's anything else left to figure out about baseball that no one else has yet.
Like the other strategies that make us statistically more likely to win?
Or weird other loopholes? Can we release multiple balls into the air to confuse our opponents?
I think that would just confuse us too.
What about advantages for batting? What if instead of bats we brought these yaoi paddles? What the fuck's a yaoi paddle? Google it.
In any case, they have rules about what kinds of bats you can use.
Dude! This just gave me a great idea. I'm Albert Einstein. Yeah, I changed her name to Albert Einstein.
This is really boring. There needs to be more going on than this. Was that your idea?
No, that's not it. It's just my reward for being a genius. What if you break a bat in half and dual wield one half in each hand?
I don't think there would be any advantage to doing this.
We gotta try it to know for sure. For science.
There's rules about damaged bats. If they break, they're removed from play without penalty.
No! My plan is crumbling to pieces! Your plan was in pieces from the start. Rude. My backup plan is we could secretly replace Dia's bones with synthetic ones.
I don't like this plan.
What about nanomachines?
I don't want nanomachines. Nanomachines are not even at a level where we can use them yet. It's still a theoretical field.
What? I thought they made nanocars already. With wheels and everything.
Just a moment, I'm Googling it. I don't want nanocars. Then Wikipedia says nanocars don't even have motors. They just have 4 wheels attached to an empty frame. They don't do anything.
What? Then why the hell did they even create them?
I don't know. They would just be floating around pointlessly inside Dia. For our purpose, gene therapy would be more practical. The technology is already used to treat muscle wasting disorders. We could use it to change Dia's gene expression and increase production of proteins to make her stronger. It would be totally undetectable by drug tests.
Oh my fucking god.
I don't want gene therapy.
It'd be like doping, but with your genes. Gene doping. Has anyone done this yet?
I wouldn't know.
I'm looking it up and dude, no one's ever done it. There aren't even any regulations on it yet. I bet all the baseball people don't even know what it is. You could be a gene doping pioneer. You haven't even been here 10 minutes yet and you're already destroying baseball.
I don't think this is the way we're supposed to do it.
Guys, oh my god. I looked up cyborg on Wikipedia and I found there's a man. What the fuck? Since 2004, British artist Neil Harbison has a cyborg antenna implanted in his head that allows him to extend his perception of colors beyond the human visual spectrum through vibrations in his skull. LMAO. His antenna was included within his 2004 passport photograph, which has been claimed to confirm his cyborg status.
This is great. The claim to confirm his cyborg status bit makes him sound so desperate.
Right?
Plus, the design is ridiculously unfashionable. You normally expect cyborgs to look cool and futuristic.
But instead, this guy.
It's even better when you remember this is from 2004.
Oh my fucking god. The black and white makes you think this is from the Great Depression or something. But it's actually just some weirdo with a really lame haircut.
He looks like he's planning to dangle a carrot on a string from the front. Like a donkey.
Shut up, I'm losing it.
It's only been 4 years. Not only is he still alive, but his current appearance is probably relatively unchanged. This man is still out there, existing in the same world we do, looking like this as we speak. Good. Whenever you're feeling down about your looks, remember.
It looks like a bug antenna. Stop! Why are you smiling? Are you talking to a boy? No boyfriend until college. Noelle almost falls out of her chair in shock.
I didn't hear her come in.
Noelle switches to a more academic tab she kept open, but not before her mom sees. You always change the screen when I come in. What are you hiding? Her mom grabs the mouse and clicks on the incriminating tab. You're wasting time. Do your homework. Her mother scans the names along the screen and jabs a finger at Albert Einstein. Who's that?
That's a Karshad. She's the other smart girl in my grade.
The one who almost beat you on the midterm?
Yes.
Don't forget that everyone is your competition. She's tricking you into thinking she doesn't study when really she does. Every minute you spend doing useless things is a minute she's beating you.
She's not tricking me. We're friends.
Friends? Don't be naive. When she gets into MIT and you don't, do you think she'll care? If you were really in trouble, would she do anything to help you? Of course not. When it comes down to it, nobody will look out for you. The only people you can really trust are your family.
I know this is supposed to be funny, but this is just an abusive household. You don't know anything. Don't talk about my friends like they mean nothing. You don't know anything about me. What's my worst fear? What's my favorite documentary series? You would know these things if you had any care for me beyond how good I make you look to our relatives.
You ungrateful child. The whole reason we came to America is so you could live a better life. We made so many sacrifices for you. How dare you say we don't care about you? You've been spoiled rotten. You have an attitude problem.
This isn't just like in a really abusive household.
Kids these days. When your dad comes home, we're going to have a long talk about this. Noelle's mom closes the tab. She hovers over her shoulder for a few more minutes to verify that Noelle is doing work.
Don't you have anything better to do? Oh, that's right, you don't. Because you have no friends or hobbies and live vicariously through me.
Still looking sour, her mom finally leaves. Upset, Noelle curls up in bed, angrily hugging her giant snake plushie.